Hello guys, this is Galaxy Gaming here, and we're here to tell you that Marco Rubio was dropped out of the presidential campaign. Marco Rubio was dropping out of the presidential race after losing the Florida primary to Donald Trump and failing to unite the Republican establishment against the billionaire frontrunner. We live in a republic, and our voters make these decisions, Rubio said in Miami Tuesday night as his supporters booed Trump's victory. His speech was a thinly veiled rebuke of Trump's campaign tactics, as he warned that it would have been easier for him to exploit the anger and anxiety driving the race. He warned that the politics of division were going to leave America's fractured nation. America is in the middle of a real political storm, a real tsunami, and we should have seen this coming, Rubio said. While we are on the right side, he said, this year will not be on the winning side. Rubio, the 44-year-old first-term senator, had positioned himself as the only person who could stop Trump, and had gone on the attack, memorably bringing up the size of Trump's hands during a campaign rally and at the presidential debate. His campaign slogan was a new American century, as he tried to send the message that America needed a new generation of leadership that could deal with the challenges ahead. It was also a way to spin his relative youth and short time in the U.S. Senate as his advantage. He drew heavily from his life story on a trail. The child Cuban immigrants, Rubio's parents worked menial jobs like bartending and hotel cleaning to provide for their children. His stump speech drove home the message that Americans should leave their children better off than many were, and he warned that dream was slipping away. After not winning any of the early contests, Rubio advisors and donors banked on him, consolidating the establishment vote, particularly after Jeb Bush quit the race and winning the big states like his home of Florida. Meanwhile, Trump continued to lead the pack in Texas, and Ted Cruz became the second favorite, picking up the first contest of Iowa and 4 more states than Rubio along the way. Rubio tried several tactics to deal with Trump. At first, mostly ignored the frontrunner, aiming his fire instead of the closest competitors for the nomination like Cruz and Bush. But as Trump continued to roll, Rubio made a sudden strategy change to the GOP debate in late February in Houston. That night and successive days, Rubio unleashed a torrent of opposition research, combined with schoolyard insults, suddenly mentioning Trump by name and hand size in his stump speeches. Trump responded in kind, making a crude joke about his penis size at the following debate, and seemed to get the better of the tiff against little Rubio, who lost momentum rather than gain it after the attacks. Rubio's other major stumble came much earlier in the campaign. In the first primary on his calendar at the New Hampshire debate before the Granite States contest, Rubio fell into the habit of repeating his one-liners, and New Jersey Governor Chris Christie mocked him brutally for doing so. The widely planned debate performances was followed by a dismissal fifth-place finish in the early primary, only made it worse by establishment rival Ohio Governor John Kasich's surprise second placement. The Cuban-American did get his mojo back, though nabbing the highly sought-after endorsement of South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley to wrest Cruz for a second in state Nevada. And after Bush's departure from the race, a slew of establishment Republicans ran to endorse Rubio, including Haley being joined by the sitting governors of Kansas, Arkansas, Tennessee, and New Mexico. Rubio lost every one of those states except for New Mexico, which has yet to vote. The campaign has blamed the other candidates of their troubles, including slinging out Kasich as a spoiler. Kasich, sure of the vote, especially stung in Virginia Super Tuesday, where Rubio came in 3 percentage points, beating Trump. But despite his campaign argument that an establishment candidate could win if the state slate of candidates would just narrow, anti-establishment candidates, Trump and Cruz only picked up the steam in wake of Rubio's endorsement avalanche. As soon as Rubio fell back to third and fourth them in the races, his last stand came down in his home state of Florida, which called Trump as soon as the polls closed at 8 p.m. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe today. Like this video, and I guess we're gonna vote for Trump. So, bye.